There are certain tasks in an apartment that are my least favorite tasks. One of them is switching out the shower curtain. The other one is duvet cover. Whoever decided that your blanket needs a pillowcase, I'm taking you to. You should be in Nuremberg on trial for making
crime.
me put a pillowcase on a blanket. It's the most annoying thing in the entire world.
Okay, gents, here we go. Question number 1. Holding many records, including youngest winner of a Grand Prix at 18 and most wins in a season, is what Dutch Formula One driver? I can see some looks of great knowledge and joy on your faces, so I'm going to give you a moment to revel in the fact that you know this answer and say welcome, Graham, welcome, Trevor, welcome, listeners, to another episode of the Evil Trivia Podcast. We do our little podcast here, but we also do trivia in person in New York City at St. Dimphnis and Radagast. You can come out and play along with us in person. You could also follow us on Evil Trivia on Instagram, and we have Patreon. So look us up on all the many platforms. For the podcast today, as always, we have a hidden theme round in which one or more words from every answer is connected by some kind of hidden theme. So the guys are going to try and get the answers and try and figure out what that theme is as well to help them get ones they didn't otherwise get. And so we encourage you to play along with us. I think that's everything, isn't it? Guys, do you have any thoughts on question number 1? I know both of you are big Formula One fans.
Well, we messaged each other while you were giving the spiel. We both have a guess. I said, I think his name's Max, which is a good hidden theme word. But I think it's Verstappen or something.
Verstappen.
I don't watch any
Max
Formula
Verstappen.
One. And then Trevor said Michael Schumacher, which they both sort of sound a little.
But I think Schumacher is German. I might get in trouble for saying that, but I think Michael Schumacher is German. That was where I went first. It's not Lewis Hamilton. It's not Fernando Alonso. But I think you're right, Max Verstappen, and he's famous for being very young and being very talented. So
hidden theme stab off the bat. It's going to be HBO.
various HBO titles.
They're hold on. There might be you have HBO Max, HBO Go, HBO Now, Netflix.
right. Exactly. HBO Max 2, The Return.
Yeah, HBO. That's HBO Now and Go. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't think there's.
I like it.
That. Give it a few years. We're going to be able to do 8 of them. Yeah.
Give us a few years. If HBO still exists.
If we still exist.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So Max Verstappen, we think
I really am not confident about that. I don't know my Formula One.
That's all right. We're only on question 1. You've got plenty of time to think about it. Let's go on to question number 2. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. These are the words of the First Lady who spearheaded the Highway Beautification Act and was known by what childhood nickname for her entire life?
I have a guess.
Okay.
So the Interstate Highway Program, it has to be post Eisenhower.
Right.
That's the guy that did the highways. And the only first lady I can think of that has a very famous very famous nickname is Lady Bird Johnson, LBJ's wife. So Lady Bird would be the childhood nickname, I think, unless there's another childhood nickname.
The only other like cutesy name that I could think of would be like Jackie O. Like they've always called her that, but Lady Bird is a much better nickname.
Yeah. Jackie O. And Lady Bird's a movie.
Is Verstappen a movie?
Yeah, you didn't see Verstappen. It's on Quibi. It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi. Please click on our affiliate links and sign up for Tubi. Use code EvilTrivia at sign out to get your free Tubi subscription.
No free ads.
No free ads. Okay, question number 3. I feel good about Lady Bird.
I feel pretty good about Lady Bird. There might be another like very obvious first lady nickname that I'm missing. Jackie O is not a bad shout, but Lady Bird is like known for her entire life nickname, and it's a very like I think it's a good hidden theme answer. So we'll come back to it, but yeah, we'll feel good.
So far, so confident. Question 3. Between 1901 and 1904, the man who would later paint Les Demoiselles d'Avignon suffered depression and chose to lean into somber monochrome paintings. The works he produced during this time are known by what 2 words?
I know this one.
This is the blue, this is
Blue Period.
Blue Period, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's Blue Period. It's Picasso.
Picasso.
And as a quick aside, I was in Japan for my honeymoon, and we went to the Hakone Open Air Museum, which has it's mostly an outdoor sculpture garden museum, like sort of like Storm King-esque, maybe less dramatic than Storm King, but it's a very cool museum. But they have randomly this massive Picasso wing, which I'm not even like the biggest Picasso fan. Don't let him listen to this podcast. But it was really cool to see all this Picasso work in one place.
Cool.
It was a random, like sort of quiet, sleepy town in Japan. I don't know. That was pretty cool. I don't know if there's any Blue Period stuff there though.
You probably could tell if you saw it.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't look at it very closely.
Fair enough. Okay.
Okay, so we're just absolutely racing through these so
I know.
far.
Seriously.
Doesn't necessarily mean you're right.
Yeah, watch it. Right. Well, the Mademoiselle d'Avignon, that is definitely Picasso. That's like one of Picasso's most famous works.
Yeah.
I feel good about Blue Period.
Okay.
Agreed.
Let's keep going then. Question 4. What film am I describing? It was banned in various countries, including Norway, leading it to use the advertising slogan, "So funny it was banned in Norway." And it was funded by Beatles legend George Harrison.
I think I know what it is.
Funny it was banned in Norway. No.
I think I know what
George
it is.
Harrison. Okay.
Although now I'm like, maybe I'm conflating it with a movie that Pink Floyd helped fund, or maybe they both helped fund it. But I think it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And the reason I guess it would be banned in Norway is that it's the opening credits. I like make fun of. I think they're making fun of like Norwegians.
Yeah.
I think it's Norwegian is the language that they make fun of with like the subtitles in the opening credits, like a moose bit my sister. I think I think it's Monty Python, and it makes sense that it would be banned in Norway. But okay, so Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Blue Period. I feel good about our answers. I have no idea what the theme is. Trevor, any idea?
Man, Holy Grail. I don't know why, but I'm leaning towards a musical something. I think we need more answers. But
so Monty, the title is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And
the Holy Grail.
I think it's and the Holy Grail. Not that Leo would make like the hidden theme word the something articles. Like in between. Yeah. I know we did do it last week with Up.
Yeah, we did.
I feel like Up is fair game.
Preposition,
I feel like the or and is mean.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Python, bird.
I know.
We're gonna have to keep going.
That's fine. We can absolutely keep going.
I feel like, for the record, I feel like this is gonna be one of those themes that's like blank word, like a blank, it feels like one of those.
So yes,
I'm going on record and saying
if I would take a stab, it's in that vein. I think it's like full Monty, full period is weird. Full Max. Man. Okay. Let's keep going.
I'm thinking like Mad Max.
Mad Monty. Was that a?
Max.
Matt, period.
I don't know.
Yeah,
all right.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep ticking along. So let's try question number 5. From 1846 to 1930, there were 8. From 1930 to 2006, there were 9. Since 2006, there are 8 once again. What was added and then removed?
Ooh, added then removed. Interesting. Because initially, and this math doesn't work out, but I was thinking about like crossing the millennia would be like a leap year, but they would take one away, not add one, and that math doesn't even make sense because it's every 4 years and there's way too many of those. But there were 8, there were 9, there were 8. It's not Supreme Court justices.
I know that was a thought. There's still 9. Since 2006.
I should have led with this one as question 1. Definitely.
I know.
Yeah.
Is it like? Oh no, it's not going to be anything.
Well, so we can think about what happens in the like what are things that happened in 1930? What are things that happened in 2006? We don't even have like a country or anything. I'm going to assume it's the United States because we are the default country of the world.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking it was going to be something European because there's all these shifting powers and then the UN.
I know what it is. Planets. Because they discovered Pluto and then they took away Pluto.
Yeah, and then they took it away. Okay.
Yeah. What was added and then removed? It's Pluto. Interesting. Pluto is also a dog. Blue like Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues. Monty is a dog, maybe.
Is Monty a dog?
Lady is a dog.
Ladybird is a dog. Like Ladybird is a dog from. Is it a movie about a dog or it's a dog in a TV show? Is it like King of the Hill? Their dog is named Ladybird. Oh, I'm gonna get skewered by some friends.
Well, Lady and the Tramp. Lady and the Tramp.
Sure. But Ladybird is definitely a dog name from something.
Okay. we're gonna come back to that.
Well, let's come back to that. We're gonna die on that hill. Max. Yeah. Keep going.
Question number 6. The EU's official anthem of Europe is the joyful final movement of the 9th and final symphony dedicated to the King of Prussia by what classical composer?
I know this one. And the famous dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a very good one.
This is going to be the first 9-minute podcast we've ever had. How do you like how it feels, Leo? This happened to me like in 3 episodes in a row.
It's so funny because I feel like I overcorrect. Like I felt like maybe last time or the time before, one of the times I did way too hard, and so then I've overcorrected.
No, it's great. It's great. I love it. I get to seem smart on the internet.
Last episode, we were just talking about sort of dialing in the difficulty for the two of us.
It's so hard.
Yeah. I also, the good thing is thank God about doing this podcast is if we think it's just way too easy, we can just make it harder before we do it in trivia.
Yeah. People are going to be listening back
in the
to this
comments
who've like been in the bar and they're like, wait a minute, this is so much easier than what
you guys write bullshit trivia for each other and then you crank it up for us.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Follow us on Patreon to get the early drafts of trivia. They're easy.
Exactly. Okay. Well, question 7. Let's just keep going. On August 16th, 2009, in Berlin, 9.58 became the most well-known number in the world. Who was responsible for it? Is it Olympics? No. 2009. Oh no, it might be like a world racing championship. Could it be Usain Bolt? Because Bolt.
I was going to say Usain Bolt.
Cartoon, like a Pixar, not Pixar. Dog. It's a. I
think it was Universal.
Bolt is maybe Universal. It's like a 3D animated dog. Yeah, Usain Bolt. But it's not Olympics. I guess it's just like a track and field championships or something.
Yeah, must be in Berlin.
When it's funny when you first said 9.58, I was like earthquake, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'd probably remember that better if there was like a 9.5 Richter scale earthquake in Berlin.
You remember when Berlin split in half?
Yes, I did. East and West Berlin.
Yep.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I feel good about Usain Bolt.
We're going to cautiously say Usain Bolt.
I'm not even cautious
because we don't know.
I'm running laps around, pun intended, around this round. Come on. Okay. I will also say, and maybe I shouldn't say this until the very end. This was one of the very, very early evil trivia themes. Back at Dorian Gray, I think it was.
Cartoon dogs.
Way, way, way back in the day.
All right, to buy ourselves a little time, can we name other cartoon dogs before he gives us the answer? This is something we do. This is something we do at the bar when we've got a hidden theme and we feel confident in it.
There's what's the name of the Jetsons dog?
Astro.
So it could be the Houston Astros.
That's a pretty good one. Astrophysics. All right, more cartoon dogs.
Or just fictional dogs.
Fictional
cartoons. Because
what was the dog from I Am Legend?
Lassie, Old Yeller.
Yeller. Old Yeller.
What's the dog from Into the Wild? Not Into the Wild. Call of the Wild. All right, question number 8.
What are the two dogs from Homeward Bound? All right. Give it to us.
Question number 8. John Williams, who composed the soundtracks to Star Wars, E.T., and Schindler's List, among others, also has a musical son, Joseph. Joseph Williams was both the singing voice of Simba in The Lion King and a lead vocalist of a band. You don't even need me to.
Wait, I want to hear the rest of it.
I know it, and we should.
For people who are listening, not you two because you know the answer. For everyone else, the last bit of the question is lead vocalist of a band whose most famous song opens "I Hear the Drums Echoing Tonight." What band?
I don't think I know this.
Oh, thank God. At least I got an answer in here. This band. with John Williams' son. They also did we had a trivia question about this. They also did the soundtrack for Dune, right? For the original Dune. Was it Radio?
No. Oh, it's Toto.
Toto. This was we did this for our Father's Day one where we did children for the music round. We did famous musicians who are children of famous people. And so we did a Toto song.
I don't remember that at all. It really goes to show how the trivia that we write is really in our brain then out immediately. If you asked me some of the questions from a month ago, I don't think I'd get 100%.
No, certainly not.
But Toto, yes, we forgot Toto. That's a very, very good famous dog.
Very unfortunate, timely.
Now, for what it's worth, I do have a 9th question, which
we can do 11 points.
It is far too easy because I didn't actually write it in a way that would make it difficult for you. I do think it's the kind of question that people in trivia a lot of people will be stumped by because it's something they should know and won't. I know it's something that Trevor is going to get so quickly.
Okay, then I'm gonna tap in here.
Okay. It's a very simple question, number 9. Bronze is primarily composed of what element?
Bronze is tin and something else.
Trevor, you know this. I can see it in your face.
Hold on. Bronze is... I don't know. If I sat here thinking of dogs for long enough, I might be able to get there, but I will not make you guys listen to me just say for 2 minutes.
That's fair. It is tin. You nailed it.
Oh.
Yeah. Unless
what's the dog?
Oh, primarily. I thought it was Tintin is not the dog.
No, Tintin's not the dog.
Tintin is not the dog. That's where I went when you said, okay, wait. Bronze is made primarily from what?
Tin and iron, tin and
How interesting. Finally, a material science question that has stumped Trevor. And it was the easiest one. I thought it was the easiest question. Bronze, one of the oldest alloys.
List some metals. Gold, silver. It's not either of those, obviously, but
lead.
Copper.
Yeah, copper.
Could it be copper?
Man,
copper a dog?
Why am I so hung up on tin?
Is it tin and copper?
Is copper the name of a dog?
I don't know.
I guess the question is primarily made from. I always think of. It's probably copper because neither of them are particularly.
I'm trying to think about like what
hard
would
metals.
be easily accessible in the Bronze Age. Like, so it has to be like one of those like very.
Yeah.
Iron. It's not iron. Could it
it's
be
not
iron?
I don't think it's iron because iron is much stronger than bronze, and I don't know that it would make a lot of sense that you would go backwards in that way.
Yeah.
Man, he's guffawing aluminum. Is it aluminum and tin? No,
definitely not aluminum.
I like copper for dog name.
We can get this.
We can
get to a point where we're confident.
Yeah.
Copper, tin. I wish I had a periodic table somewhere in there.
I'm honestly surprised you don't. I sort of feel like that would be something you'd have.
I used to have a shower. I used to have a shower curtain that was a periodic table. And then when I moved in with my wife, my now wife, then girlfriend.
Don't tell me she made you get rid of that. That's crazy.
Yep.
How that's outrageous. It's totally in her style.
It's because it has yellowed. It wasn't because it was the periodic table.
Yeah, Trevor kept peeing on it, so I had to get rid of it.
Graham, you strike me as the kind of person who would have one of those periodic tables that has a little bit of each element. Like you have like a little vial.
Yeah.
I have yellow cake uranium right in the. No, actually, my uncle who is a doctor or scientist. I got the idea from him. His shower curtain was or maybe it still is. Well, he has a shower curtain that is a periodic table, and I was like, "That's awesome!
Fun.
I love that.
That's very cool."
Yeah.
You should have just kept it, and then every time you took a shower, switched out the curtain so that you'd have to take turns.
There are certain tasks in an apartment that are my least favorite tasks. One of them is switching out the shower curtain. The other one is duvet cover. Whoever decided that your blanket needs a pillowcase, I'm taking you to. You should be in Nuremberg on trial for making me put a pillowcase on a blanket. It's the most annoying thing in the entire world. I don't know. I'm gonna go copper. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go copper as well, but I don't like it. I don't like that I'm thrown off by tin not being in bronze. Not being primarily composed. I guess I can say that. Okay.
I don't know.
We're saying copper. Lock it in.
Okay. Right. Shall we go through your final submissions?
You're not going to tell us about copper?
No. We got to. Out of 11 points.
It's part of
11 points.
Yeah. This could be. You could right now get the highest scoring round of an Evil Trivia podcast ever. Okay. Ready? So, your submission number 1, your Formula 1 driver,
Max Verstappen.
Okay. Number 2, the First Lady nickname,
Lady Bird.
Number 3, the art paintings,
Blue period.
Number 4, the movie band in Norway.
Oh, band. I was thinking band, like B-A-N-D. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I don't actually know. I'm going back on that. Like, what's the dog here?
Oh, maybe it's Life of Brian. Maybe it's Monty Python, The Life of Brian, because Brian is the dog.
Oh, Brian is the Family Guy. Ooh,
shit.
But Monty sounds like a dog name. I'm gonna stick with Holy Grail because I know that movie had funding problems. I know.
And they do go on that.
And there is a Norwegian thing. I'm gonna stick with Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I'm sorry, Trevor, if I'm leading you astray, but Life of Brian's a good last second shout. But I think we should stick with Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
The Brian thing is really, if you were to look up if you were to type in, as we
Famous
do in our
fictional
research
dogs.
process,
I know.
famous
I
fictional
know.
dogs.
Trevor, would you like to
Brian
stick
is-
with your teammate, or do you want to splinter off and give a different answer?
I hate setting the precedent that we're going to start giving two different answers and therefore two different scores.
Okay,
I
so
No,
then
I think we should
that
stick with it. I
precedent.
think we should stick with it. I will take the blame. I
Okay.
feel good because
Okay.
I remember watching a documentary about the Holy Grail, and I remember there was like funding issues with the movie, and it might be Pink Floyd, but I really do think that like a big band of celebrities, like musicians, helped fund the movie, and I don't remember that being a thing about The Life of Brian, and I think that was like after they were already quite successful. Because the Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I think, was their first feature film.
Sure.
Okay.
I think we stick with it.
Brian thinks we're
I don't know.
sticking to it.
I don't know about
it.
Monty. My sister's dog name is Monty. Does that count as a famous fictional dog?
Neither famous nor fictional.
I really, when I'm editing this, and if we're wrong, I'm really going to be like cringing at my insistence on staying with one, even though the other one does have a cartoon dog in it.
For those listening at home, okay, what is your confidence level in Monty Python: The Holy Grail? Give me a number.
Outside of the theme, my confidence is like 95.
No, you have to take the theme into account.
With the theme into account, I'm down to like 70. I'm still over a coin flip.
I think it was banned for nudity because there's a full penis in it. I think it was Life of Brian. I think it's Life of Brian, and I feel them carrying Norway jokes from one movie to the next would be something that they would do. I think the Norwegian jokes, like it was banned for violence, and then Norway sort of made a joke about it. I don't know. I don't know that that tracks. I'm gonna say my confidence level is like 90. That it's Life of Brian.
Fine. You have me over on Life of Brian. I'm for the record, I'm going very unwillingly into Life of Brian.
That's fine. Kicking and screaming. For folks at home, this is an interesting moment, and something that we absolutely know you guys don't do well because you bitch about this every week. When two people feel strongly about an answer, make them put a number on it. It clears up. So watch, I'm going to get the answer wrong, but
make them put a number on it. But you also have to take into account how bad the other person is at estimating their confidence.
Which is perfectly fine. I am canonically overconfident. All right. I'm saying we're switching Life of Brian.
Okay, a last second switch. Interesting.
Still hung up on this.
I really hate it. I really hate switching. But let's do Life of Brian.
Okay. All right. Number 5 was the 1846, 1930, 2006. Okay. Number 6 is the composer of the Anthem of Europe.
Beethoven.
Number 7 is Berlin 2009, 9.58.
Usain Bolt.
Number 8 is John Williams' Sons Band.
Toto.
And number 9 is the primary element of bronze.
Okay. Is it like pewter? What's pewter?
That's not an element though.
What's
pewter is like silver. Like pewter silver is what I think about. I think we stick with copper.
Yeah, I think we stick with copper.
I don't know if that's right or not, but I think we stick with copper.
I don't think
Final answer.
Final answer.
Copper.
Okay, out of a possible 11 points, you guys got 11 right.
Oh, thank God. Good switch.
Far too easy from me this week. I'm so sorry, guys.
Not at all. We still win. We still win 30 minutes. We took the whole time wrangling with it. Oh yeah. I'm excited to get to the Life of Brian bit. Copper.
Yeah. Okay. I should have. Okay. Do you want to do? No. Hold on the copper one until we get to question 9. Or do you want to do copper first? Do you want to
No. Let's save it for the end. Let's save my chagrin for the end.
I'm glad. I'm very, very glad. You look. This is put number on the confidence.
Put a
confidence number on it. Put a confidence number on it.
As we go through, what I will say is clearly this ended up being too easy. So maybe
I think it's okay for the bar. Like maybe
it's okay for the bar, but as we go through, we can think about maybe if there are ones we want to tweak and make them a bit
harder. It was
harder.
a really good mix. Yeah, it was a good mix of bodies of knowledge. Like that.
Yeah,
there wasn't just one bit.
I mean, there are lots of fictional dogs out there. I think I narrowed it down to the best ones. I forgot. I didn't know about the Jetsons dog, but Astro's a great shout. But I already have 2 sports questions in here with Max Verstappen and Usain Bolt, so we don't need another sports one. But if we want to switch one out, we can. Astro's probably slightly less well known. I didn't want to hide. I wouldn't do like astrophysics because then you're hiding it in a longer word. Probably.
But could you ask what the prefix is in science?
Oh, messy.
What is the prefix that? All right, fine. Let's keep it going.
You could, but if we're doing a science question, copper might be a better one because it briefly stumped even our scientists,
material scientists.
Yeah. So, starting off question
not
number
a lot
one,
of bronze in modern industrial.
Yeah. You make a good point. Question 1 was about Max Verstappen, the Formula One driver. You guys also brought up Michael Schumacher, who is, I believe, German. But yeah, Verstappen, his father was also a Dutch Formula One driver. Maybe we take out the word Dutch. Maybe Dutch makes it too easy.
It's the only Formula One driver I could name. Actually,
no.
Yeah.
You know the
Lewis
famous
Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton, exactly.
Yeah.
And Hamilton, Schumacher, and Verstappen, honestly, between them, hold most of the records in Formula One.
Really?
Sure.
It was like Schumacher kind of in the 90s. Then it was Lewis Hamilton, especially in the 2010s, and Verstappen's kind of coming up in the last like eight years or so. And yeah, he won a Grand Prix at 18, which is crazy. Imagine winning a Formula One Grand Prix at 18.
That's wild.
Yeah, so very talented, and he's also on course. He's like midway through some record-breaking runs, so he might still break more records if he continues at the success he's currently driving. But yes, well done, Formula One. Number 2, Lady Bird. You were absolutely right to think that if it's a Highway Beautification Act, it has to be post Eisenhower. Maybe saying the nickname is too easy. Couldn't have been Jackie O because, unless I'm much mistaken, didn't she marry Onassis after?
I don't know.
I think she only became Onassis because she married Aristotle Onassis after JFK had been like years later after she was a widow. But we'd have to double check. I'll double check that before
yeah. Let's look into that.
Yeah, I mean while you're looking that up, the interstate highway system trivia stuff is so much fun. Like I know you guys probably know this, but you guys like know why, or like the system for why interstate highways are numbered the way they are. The general rules.
The general rules. The second 2 numbers, well, the first number denotes whether it's interstate or whether it encircles a city.
There's something to do with whether
even numbers are east-west and odd numbers are north-south.
Yeah, and they're numbered from odd numbers are
west.
From Highway 1 is all the way on the west
to east. Yeah,
the 95 is all the way over here. And then north to south is it's south to north for even numbers. The numbers with 3 highways are I forgot the word, but like arteries off of the main highways. So like 195 is an east-west highway that it comes off of 95.
Oh yeah.
Sure. It's like a offshoot of 95. 295 is a north-south highway. That is sort of an offshoot of 95. There are like some exceptions, like the northwest, east, south stuff, and then like there are some like beltway sort of highways that have like multiple numbers. Like 295 around Baltimore, I think, is like almost a circle. But those are like the general rules of the highway numbering system, which I always found kind of fun.
Yeah, very cool.
I always found it confusing that the highways start on the west and go like the numbering goes up, because in New York the avenues go the other way. It goes away from the Atlantic Ocean, and so I always get confused. I was like, west to east makes sense because it's left to right, it's how you read, but then east to west makes sense because it's how it was colonized, so it's kind of like that it goes opposite ways.
Yeah, I guess it's interesting. I probably would have imagined Highway 1 to be on the East Coast, but because it was done in the 50s.
You have the whole map. It throws me off. My cardinal directions now living here in New York throw me off because in California, by the coast, if you think of streets 1, 2, 3 up to 15, it's west to east because it's oriented to the coastline, and so trying to change that cardinal direction has been a process.
Side note, I checked and I am right, which makes sense that Jackie Kennedy married Onassis post being a widow. I don't know. I think it would have caused some uproar if she'd been. Well, actually, I don't know about this because obviously in the UK we had this massive uproar in the 20th century about a king trying to marry a divorced woman, a divorcee. I wonder if it would have been the same with a president. Probably not. America's always been more open to that, I suppose. But we had a president we had a king who actually had to abdicate because he married. He wanted to marry an American divorcee.
He didn't just start a new religion.
We've had bachelor presidents like Buchanan. Buchanan, I think, was a bachelor. But I don't think we've had like Bill Clinton, like many like controversial. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I mean, I guess JFK had his rumors, but
yeah, JFK had his rumors. Side note, actually, while we're talking, we've got a moment for this. Do you guys know about the king who had to abdicate because he wanted to marry a American divorcee? This was he was the older brother of Queen Elizabeth's father.
I was going to say I thought that it was Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth's father was George the I want to say 5th. I'm so bad with the numbering. And then he's the one who if you saw that movie about the King's Speech, that's him. His older brother Edward, I think it was, would have been king, and he wanted to marry an American, I think, not Canadian, American divorcee whose name I'm now blanking on, but I will look up. And there was total uproar because it was, even though we had Henry VIII who had 6 wives and all this, but weirdly post-Victorian times, it became very, very,
taboo.
Unkingly.
Edward, was he Edward the 8th? Yeah, Edward the 8th. Here we go. Yeah. So he only ruled for 1 year, January to December 1936. And then Wallis Simpson was the name of his wife. And so because of the uproar, Wallis, Wallis. And so because of the uproar, he abdicated. But what's also interesting is that he and Wallis, I believe, were both, let's say, not say super fans, but medium-sized fans of Hitler. So it's possible that, and bear in mind, he stepped down in 1936. It's possible that had he stayed in power, that maybe England would not have been stood against the Nazis in the same way. We don't know, but it's an interesting what if moment.
Wow, that is really interesting.
Alternative history.
Yeah,
that's very interesting.
So, but Jackie O married Aristotle Onassis, and he was much older than her, but they didn't even really live together. It was kind of like a marriage because he was like, "Hey, I respect you. You're great. Let's marry." And then they never really kind of lived together. But she married. Yeah, JFK died 63. She married Aristotle Onassis 68.
Okay,
nice.
Yeah. She waited a little bit. That's good.
Yeah, respectful.
So yes, Lady Bird. You got. It's not clear why she was called Lady Bird because it could have been that she was. There was a compliment when she was younger that you're as pretty as a lady bird. I think is where it supposedly came from. I think it might have been like a governess or a nurse or something. Let me see if I can find what it was.
More importantly, who was right about the dog?
King of the Hill.
I don't know what the dog in King of the Hill is called. I was thinking of Lady from Lady and the Tramp. Have you looked it up to confirm the dog is called Ladybird in? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
well, there you go. So it's a double.
It's a double.
There you go. It's a double. Ladybird. I was actually thinking of Lady from Lady and the Tramp. But yeah, so it's
a much more sensible.
Yes. Much more well known.
Yeah.
But yes, during her infancy, her nursemaid said that she was as pretty as a ladybird. It's not clear whether she was talking about a ladybird or what we in England call a ladybird, which is what you guys call a ladybug. So maybe she was referring to a ladybug, like you're as cute as a ladybug.
Do you guys not know what bugs and birds are?
We call them ladybirds. We call them ladybirds. Why we call them ladybirds, I do not know. I think it's
right into the show.
I think that the lady refers to Mother Mary, as in the Virgin Mary. I don't know why we call them bird as opposed to bug. They're not true bugs, I think, but we can look into that.
Okay, you guys invented English. We perfected it.
Well, we're going to sidetrack that. We don't have time for that debate. For that incorrect
We took out
statement.
all the unnecessary letter U's out of all your stupid words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to.
For those of you who don't know, which I guess is everybody listening to this, because why would you know this? When Leo and I write trivia, we every time Leo writes down like favorite with a U, I'm always correcting it.
And I try and
So
sneak
petty.
it. I try and sneak it back in, but because Graham is the one to print off the sheets,
final
he
printer.
always gets. He gets the last. It's very irritating. Okay, let's
do this
keep
work
going.
for you, audience.
Let's keep going. So then we had the blue period. You guys nailed that. Again, we could maybe choose like a harder painting or something. Blue period's reasonably well known for Picasso. Even avoiding saying Picasso, you got it straight away. It's thought that his blue period started because one of his friends, I think, committed suicide, and so he got.
Son? The son died. No, am I getting that wrong?
I don't think so. That wasn't what I found out. I didn't think that he had a child at that point. Did he? Did he ever? He did have children. Or maybe he did have children at that point. Anyway,
suicide of his close friend. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was close friend. And then he did, all of his blue period. It doesn't last very long. It was a couple of years, which I guess is a long time to be blue. But in terms of the grand scheme of his painting, because he was quite prolific. He's got a lot. He painted a lot. So it's only 3 years. But yeah, it's remembered because it was so distinct of a color scheme. And then he went back and he sort of went into the rose period after that, which was more hopeful. Number 4. Now the film, Life of Brian. You were right about some things here. So Life of Brian was their, I think, third film. They'd done Holy Grail already, and I guess maybe
History
they'd done
of the World?
I thought they did. Maybe
Mel Brooks.
That's Mel Brooks. I think they maybe did The Meaning of Life, which is a really bad, which is not a great film. But I could be wrong. Anyway, regardless, it was their third film. The funding issues had nothing to do with it being an early film or anything like that. It was because of the content. It was because of the material, and that's also why it was banned in Norway. It was banned because it was blasphemy. Basically, it was blasphemy.
Oh, blasphemy! It wasn't even the nudity.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the penis.
No,
I would have guessed it was because it was about Jesus.
Yeah,
it was for sure.
It was blasphemy. The Holy Grail mix up. The subtitles refer to Sweden, not Norway. It's come and visit the lovely lakes.
If you're listening, those are the same countries.
If you're listening, come to the bar and be mad at us about it.
Yeah. Scandinavia is all the same. But yeah, so no, it was Life of Brian. I was definitely thinking of Brian from Family Guy. But yeah, it's banned in Norway. So funny it was banned in Norway. It was the funding. They had funding. Then it was pulled like a couple of days before shooting was meant to begin. And then George Harrison stepped in and funded it because he just wanted to see it made. There's a couple of fun facts about this. When they were first thinking about what they were going to make for their third film, they hadn't really thought about it, but people kept asking them, what's the new film called? What's the new film going to be called? Eric Idle, one of the members of Monty Python, flippantly suggested that the title of the Python's forthcoming feature would be, because they'd just been in the UK. I don't know if you know the American film Patton about General Patton. In the UK, it was called Patton: Ordeal and Triumph. And so Eric Idle suggested that the Python's forthcoming feature would be Jesus Christ: Lust for Glory, which is so good. But then out of that suggestion, they came up with the idea. Then first they thought about doing a film about really lampooning Jesus. Then they read the Bible and they were like, honestly, what this guy says is kind of cool. We can't really make fun of it. So let's So let's do a joke where someone else gets mistaken or like it kind of gets caught up in the whole thing.
Really hilarious.
So really quickly,
yeah,
Monty Python and the Holy Grail was partially financed by some rock bands: Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Elton John, Jethro Tull.
Because it also had funding issues.
All helped get the movie funded.
Yeah.
Yes. So not George Harrison, but I wasn't making that up.
Was that their first? Was Holy Grail their first film? Maybe
I think so. Directorial debuts.
Was Flying Circus the TV show?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
And now for something completely different was their first film, but it was just a compilation of sketches from the first two seasons of the show. So it was their first like original story.
Got you. Cool. Yeah, I know that the shooting of Holy Grail had a lot. There were a lot of struggles. Life of Brian appears to have been a bit easier, but a couple of fun facts were. There's an amazing British comedian called Spike Milligan who appears as a prophet in the thing. He just happens to be, and you guys wouldn't necessarily know him. He just happens to be visiting his old World War II battlefields in Tunisia where the film was being made. The Monty Python, the Pythons were alerted and they were like, "Hey, Spike, do you want to, we love you as a comedian. You're like, we've looked up to you. Do you want to come and do a scene?"
Do like a cameo.
Yeah, he did a little cameo and then he left in the afternoon before he could be included in any close-up or publicity shots. He just left.
That's also so funny.
As a reward for his help, George Harrison does make a cameo appearance in the film as Mr. Papadopoulos, the owner of the Mount, as in Sermon on the Mount. He appears the owner of the Mount. But he briefly shakes hands with Brian in a crowd scene, and his one word of dialogue, which is a sort of cheery but very out of place Liverpool accent going "hello," had to be dubbed in later by one of the Pythons. Yeah,
that's awesome.
The ending of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, spoiler alert, does reference the fact that they ran out of money in production.
Yeah.
And there was a planned like battle scene.
Yeah.
But then they just end up showing up and arresting everybody. And the movie just ends. Which when I was younger, I hated that ending. I was like now like looking back on it, it's a great way to end the movie.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It really is.
Monty Python, honestly, super underrated in America. I feel like I meet so many people who've never seen them, and I think they're just so fun. Those two films,
getting older now. Yeah.
Although some of the material in Life of Brian does not hold up. So if you're watching it, just remember it was a different time, and it was still unacceptable at that time. Question 5 was about Pluto. You got there in the end. Maybe we should move that to question 1. The reason I didn't have it as question 1 is that I felt Pluto gave away the theme more easily.
Yeah.
Because remember, as soon as you got the answer Pluto, you said Pluto is also a dog, and that got you the theme. So, good question, but theme, I don't know. But yeah, the 8, 9, 8, and there's obviously debate as to whether Pluto is a planet or not. Some astrophysicists say it is still a planet. No, it's not big enough to be considered a planet. My favorite fact about the debate about the planet, is that 1 year on Pluto, so one orbit of the sun, is 248 Earth years, which means Pluto was not even a year old before it was downgraded. So poor Pluto didn't even get to have its first birthday as a planet before it was downgraded.
That's fantastic.
If you look at like a model of the solar system and you look at like the size of the planets and like the distance in their orbits, you would also agree that Pluto's not a planet. Like it's so far away. It's so tiny.
So small.
It's smaller than the moon.
Yeah.
Right.
And like it's cool that it exists and it's out there, but it's just a big asteroid basically.
One cool little fun fact about it that I just learned recently is that it's actually a binary planet with its closest orbital body. So their center of
orbit each other.
Their center of gravitational force is outside
Charon,
of
right?
both
Or
of them.
like it's like the boatman of the
Charon,
sticks.
Charon. That's a really good fact. And that's one of the things that was primarily thought of when they downgraded it from a planet, is that they believed that a planet should be the primary gravitational pull of its nearby area. Question 6 was about Beethoven. Again, kind of giving away the theme a little bit with Beethoven. There's some great facts about Beethoven. I'll just say a couple of the ones I found. One of his favorite pranks was to hide behind an open door and jump out to scare his visitors, which I think is so funny.
That's great. It sounds like me.
Right? Yeah. You guys would have gotten well. Let's hope that you go deaf as well. Question 2. Another fun fact I found was he wrote a song for a friend that ended with the line. This is translated. You are the biggest ass. That was the final line of the thing.
I like that. He's a bit of a prankster.
He's a prankster.
He was a merry prankster. And the third good fact I found about him was that he fired one of his cooks for lying. And he said, anyone who tells a lie has not a pure heart and cannot make a good soup.
Oh,
Isn't that so good?
Oh.
Yeah.
that's cute. I like that.
7.
I make great soup, and
you make great
lie
soup.
all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah. You lie on this podcast all the time.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. Question 7 was about Usain Bolt. You guys got that 9.58. That was the World Championships. The World Championships. They happen on odd numbered years, so they don't fall in the same as the Olympics. That was when he made the world record, which still stands to this day. Here we are, 16 years later. No one's beaten it. I'm sure it's a matter of time, but still pretty impressive. 9.58.
It's all a matter of time. They time them.
Yeah. Usain Bolt originally thought he was going to go into cricket or football. Those were his first loves. He wasn't even thinking about becoming a sprinter, and then I think he was playing football, and he was so quick that they were like, maybe you should go into this instead.
Cricket in the UK is called little bird, tiny bird.
Hang on a second. Cricket is our sport.
I did go back, and it's a ladybird. The term for ladybug is a reference to like Our Lady's bird, and it is because it's just a flying creature. So I do think the Zoological Society of the UK needs to answer for some things.
Yeah, I'll say more than that.
There might be, if you want the list of things Britain has to answer for, that might be lower down.
That's fairly low on the list.
It might be lower. There might be. You might have to join
for ladybugs.
Join the line, yeah. But yeah, so Usain Bolt tried out for those, and then. But it is one of the things I was thinking is so interesting is Jamaican sprinters are so successful, and it's one of those really interesting examples where a country that you're not really sure why it would have such success in that one small specific athletic area is amazing. It's the same thing with sort of East Africa, especially Ethiopia and Kenya, and long distance runners. And it's just like, it's so interesting that little parts of the world suddenly find their niches.
Way above their weight class for these niches.
Yeah, and to what extent is that something innate about that place? And to what extent is it just that like one or two people were very good and then it kind of nurtured a future generations?
Culturally nurtured,
Yeah. Question 8.
I like to think about Olympic sports that, like, especially some winter Olympic sports, like skeleton, where it's like the person who wins skeleton, I'm not sure that they're the best in the world at skeleton. I think they're the person who's they're one of maybe 20 people who's done skeleton.
You heard that skeleton champion? He's coming for you.
Yeah,
he's calling you out.
But like, it's just like, yeah, you if you have access to a giant luge, mountain like ice slide, sure, you can figure out if you're good at that or not. But like, that's we should stop giving out Winter Olympic medals for these really niche sports. But it's also what makes the running ones really impressive because everybody is running. We can be pretty confident that Usain Bolt is the fastest person who's ever lived. I can't be confident that whatever their name is the best skeleton person who's ever lived, because they're the only ones that have kind of done it.
One of my favorite Olympic questions, which I don't know that we have time for, but for you guys is it's a 3-parter. So it's, if you were going to go to the Olympics, what do you think is the easiest route for you to get there? So it could be skeleton maybe, but like which one do you think?
Instead of flight, probably depends where it's happening.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. I shouldn't have asked you to repeat it. So what is the simplest discipline that you could get to the Olympics in? 2, based on what you're good at currently, what do you think you would be best at in the Olympics? And 3, if you could be good at any Olympic discipline, what would it be? I don't know that we have time.
I'll let Trevor start. No, we can do it. Trevor, you can start.
Okay, give me these again. The simplest road to the Olympics.
I'll tell you what I think. So, for example, simplest road to the Olympics, in my mind, is the modern pentathlon, because you have to have access to multiple different things. I don't know if they've changed it recently, so like maybe they don't do the like horse, the equestrian part of it, but it used to be, you had to be good at riding a horse and shooting a gun and all of these things. So to have access to them, the barrier to entry was higher. And so you had to, like, if you had or like the winter biathlon, which is skiing and shooting, like there's a financial barrier to entry there. So for me, that's the easiest, because I think fewest people are going for that. Number two. Yeah.
And the financial barrier is nothing.
Yeah. What are those? I don't understand. Number two was based on what you're good at now. If there was an Olympics of random people, what do you think you would do best at? And I think for me, it might be tennis is what I would say for myself is probably the discipline I'm best at. The Olympic discipline I'm best at is maybe tennis. And number three is, if you could be good at anything, what would you like to be good at? No, it would be either tennis or shooting. I'm quite good at shooting too. And number three is, if you could be good at anything, what would it be? I probably would say for myself, swimming, because I think that the overlap into real world skill is so big, because then, you go to any beach or river or whatever and you're like, great, I can have a lovely time here. I'm a really good swimmer. I feel, not getting overconfident, but I feel like it's, whereas like if you're good at javelin, what does that carry over into the real world?
So I think my answer for this, I have the same answer for all three, and it's curling. I think curling is the easiest thing to get into the Olympics for. I think it'd be the thing I'm best at right now, and it's the thing I kind of want to be the best at. I think my answer for all three is the same sport.
Okay.
That's good. I feel like I want to think I'd be good at curling, but I've been ice skating recently. Not as good as I think I am.
Do they wear skates on their
Yes, they're on ice.
Yeah, they're on ice, but are they wearing ice skates, or are
they wearing cleats?
No,
I don't know if they're on ice skates.
I think they're on ice skates. Okay,
we'll look it up. People with the brooms are on ice skates?
Trevor, while you answer, we'll look it up.
Let me get mine. Okay. So what do I think I would be best at? Olympic sports. In the 1900 Olympics, there was a demonstration where they set a building on fire as a demonstration, and then the competitors had to put out that fire. I think my road to the Olympics is firefighting. And then what do I think I would be best at?
Breakdancing.
You know what? I think I got a better shot than some people.
Ray gun.
The other one would be skiorging. In the 1928 Winter Games, there was it's nicknamed ski driving. You're on skis, but you're pulled by a horse or a dog. That would be my sport. That'd be my sport right there. I'm great with dogs. I love skiing. I'm great with dogs, and so I think that's my in.
That's great, Leo. Do you want to tell everybody what you learned about curling just now?
I looked it up. I'm looking at their shoes. It's really hard to tell whether they are wearing. They're clearly not wearing like full. They're clearly not wearing full size.
He won't even admit it. They're not wearing ice skates.
Leo's going to cut to, thanks everyone for coming to Evil Trivia today.
Okay, so I think it looks to me like they're wearing really big ice skates. So I think that I'm right there. No, you're right. It looks like they're wearing tiny little ice skates. They're just tiny little 1 inch.
Imperceptible to the human eye.
Imperceptible, exactly. Question 8, just to keep going here, is was about John Williams' son Joseph, who was the singing voice of Simba in The Lion King, and also the voice of Toto. Actually, if I'm right, he only joined Toto after they'd had their main success. So he is not the voice of the song Africa, which is what I was referring to. So yeah, the opening line of "I hear the drums echoing tonight," that's from Africa. Couple of fun facts about that song. in 2015.
I think I know one that is he wrote it without ever having been to Africa.
Exactly. He wrote it without ever having been to Africa. This is not Joseph Williams. This was one of the other members. Wrote it without ever having been to Africa. It's about the man's love of a continent, Africa, rather than just a personal romance. He based the lyrics on a late-night documentary with depictions of African plight and suffering. And then he basically said... it's a white boy is trying to write a song on Africa, but since he's never been there, he can only tell what he's seen on TV or remembers in the past. So the kind of what they're claiming is that the idea of the song Africa, the reason that it sounds like it's someone who's never been there is because it's self-aware from the point of view of someone who's never been there. So it's not that they're writing about... That sounds
like after the fact.
Right?
Like,
it does
oh,
sound...
I meant to be racist.
Yeah.
That's part of the bit, guys.
Yeah. No, it definitely sounds a bit like that. It's some of the lines are inspired by missionary work in Africa. I bless the rains down in Africa. And one of the members said he would run naked down Hollywood Boulevard if the song became a hit, but due to his bemusement over the lyrics. But the writer in the member said it was a fantasy song in the vein of previous songs like Margaritaville. So he was apparently he was writing it in the style of Margaritaville. They almost cut it. From the album because they thought that Rosanna was going to be the only big hit, but then they eventually kept it in, and then it was so successful in New York dance clubs that they then released it as like a single on its own.
Oh.
And finally, the last question was about bronze and copper. And Copper is the dog from The Fox and the Hound. He is the deuteragonist.
Oh.
Yep, he's the hound in The Fox and the Hound.
We can't end on that. I'm going to be depressed for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Copper is the primary ingredient of bronze. Tin is only about 12%.
Okay, here's my point. Copper is not the most interesting part about bronze.
That's not what I asked. That's not what the question is. And also,
it's not the memorable thing about bronze.
Trivia question to ask: what is the most interesting?
What is the most memorable thing about bronze?
Yeah.
Roasted out here, guys.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Great round, Leo.
Yeah.
Great round.
Thank you. And I have a bunch of ideas for round 2 and 3 and stuff like that too. Should we want to? But those are all the fun facts I have about dogs. Probably there's other dogs we could think about including. I think the one from I Am Legend is called Sam, but there's lots of good material here to work with. But you guys, you blitzed through it. The highest score on a podcast ever. I feel awful. The next podcast I host is going to be so fucking difficult.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for
outro.
Thank you guys for taking part and nailing it and making me feel like I've made things too easy. But it's still very enjoyable. Thank you everyone for listening. Again, please follow us on Instagram at Evil Trivia and on Patreon. If you don't already follow us, go follow us there and all those good things. And please come out in person every Tuesday to St. Dymphna's and Radagast. We'd love to see you there. Thanks, Graham. Thanks, Trevor. And goodbye, everyone. See you next time.
Awesome round, Leo. Thank you.